I personally and politically believe that today, that once again we prostituted the democratic process. We have before us a very, very serious issue. People are suffering terribly and in many cases dying because of toxic drugs. And once again, the Republicans across the state, particularly in the Senate, thought it was a great idea to delay justice for Michigan citizens. I find it deplorable when we typically have access to our courts for any other issue, and in this one we don't. We are considered the automobile capital of the world, even in these troubling times, and yet a decade and a half ago we decided that as a nation and as a state it was important that we have legal recourse. So the many, many Michigan citizens that were hurt with Michigan-made products, the pickup trucks, with the exploding gas tanks, we allowed the products that were made here in Michigan and the customers that bought them to have their day in court. And yet we are arguing against that same philosophy and that same access today, saying that regardless if we kill people, regardless if we maim them, regardless if we make them disabled, that they can't have access to a Michigan court. So once again, I implore the Republicans, please tell me and tell the public where my citizens that have been harmed can go for access. They use the same lame excuse time and time again that we must use the legislative process. The Democrats have tried for 6 years to use the legislative process. We can't even get a hearing in the Senate on this bill that was overwhelmingly passed in the House. 70 votes out of 110 sent that bill over to the Senate, and yet we sit idly by once again, delaying justice for our citizens. So it's well past the time now that we put this issue on the board, that we vote on it. Let the public know where we stand. Are we in favor of public health and welfare, or are we going to be cronies and major recipients of the special interest money, particularly in the pharmaceutical field? I always find a personal concern when I see the leader of any organization stymie the activity of an organization or body as a whole. When Mike Bishop, University, declares that he will be the stopper, he not only stopped one branch of government by not allowing the senators to vote on this, he stopped access to a third and maybe more vital branch of government, the courts. I think it's high time now that we decide, as men and women senators here in the state, we were elected. We're not appointed, it's not a dictatorial state, that we have a legislative process. Put the votes up. I've been intimately involved with this for 6 years. The main sponsor of the legislation here in the Senate. Let's get on with the people's purpose and their business. Most of all, let's get on with their health care issues.